The leather chair groaned beneath me as the lawyer unfolded the will. The air tasted like dust and old money. Her father's last breath still lingered in the walls. My wife sat straight, back rigid, chin lifted, pride rehearsed. Her mother perched beside her, a vulture dressed in mourning silk. And then, the first cut. "Your time at the company has come to an end," my wife said, voice sugar-coated in poison. She didn't look at me. She looked through me, like I was already replaced, already dead. Her lover, the CFO, a hollow-eyed parasite, rested a hand on her shoulder. "That's right, sweetheart," he murmured, claiming what he thought was his. My wife did not flinch. She leaned into him. Her mother smiled. A widow, but somehow brighter in loss than she ever was in marriage. "He doesn't deserve a cent," she whispered, loud enough for me to hear. The world didn't shatter. No, it crystallized. Clearer, sharper, cutting through illusion. I said nothing. Silence is power when the executioner thinks you are the condemned. The lawyer unfolded my letter, the one I had submitted quietly, without fanfare. He scanned it once, then laughed. Hard. Everyone froze. He lowered his voice, eyes shining like someone witnessing art. "Oh," he said, "this is good." Their faces shifted. Confusion, panic, bile rising in privileged throats. They thought this moment belonged to them. They believed betrayal was a surprise only I would taste. They were wrong. My phone buzzed, a call from another world. My son's wife screaming across continents, "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes." I looked at the screen, smiled. I had told her before hanging up. Then I sent her a single photo. Switzerland. My villa overlooking a lake so blue it mocked heaven. 71 missed calls followed. Some people only learn worth when denied access to it. Here, in this room, another lesson was about to begin. They thought they had planned my humiliation. They forgot I don't bleed in public. I bleed in silence. And then I make others drown in it. It hadn't begun here. No betrayal ever begins at the moment it erupts. It started months ago. Whispers behind closed doors, late-night texts she thought she hid well, the sudden perfume lingering after she claimed she was working late. She grew colder. Not immediately, no. Betrayal is patient, like rot beneath polished wood. Her laughter stopped reaching her eyes. Her hugs became mechanical. Her gaze wandered when she thought my back was turned. I saw. I always see. At first, I denied it. Not because I loved her. Love, I learned, is not blind. It is observant, but reluctant to witness its own slaughter. I told myself stress did it. Grief, pressure. But truth scratches at the mind like claws in the dark. It does not rest. It waits until you can't breathe without tasting suspicion. One evening, I walked past the study. Her voice, low, tender, unfamiliar with guilt. "Soon," she whispered, "he has no idea." He, the pronoun that buried our marriage more than any act ever could. I froze. Not in shock. Shock is loud. I froze the way a blade pauses before contact. She deserved a fool. She married a strategist. I moved quietly. Surveillance is not paranoia when the truth is hungry. Phone backups, cloud sync, financial trails. DNA wasn't needed. Betrayal leaves fingerprints everywhere. Passwords I was never meant to know suddenly unlocked entire worlds. Pictures, messages, promises whispered between sheets I paid for. He wasn't just her lover. He was her replacement plan. A new king for her throne. They spoke of the company like looters divide a kingdom. Spoke of me like a relic ready for disposal. I watched. Did nothing. There is power in stillness. Predators know the kill is cleanest when the prey thinks it has already won. I began shifting pieces quietly. Assets, shares, legal documents. One signature at a time, one clause rewritten, one trust updated. Not vengeance, preparation. An executioner sharpens his blade long before the condemned sees the gallows. And then came the will, her father's legacy. A man who trusted me. Not his daughter, not his wife, me. He had seen through them. Old wolves recognize young serpents. He left me power, control, their future tied to my decision. They did not know. They assumed entitlement outran truth. I let them make plans. I let them believe in their new kingdom. Belief makes betrayal sweeter. The final file arrived 2 weeks before the will reading, a legal confirmation. The company shares? Mine. Irrevocable. Her father anticipated her greed. He shielded me from it, even in death. I printed 1 page, placed it in an envelope, sealed it with quiet resolve. That morning she dressed in luxury. Black silk, pearls her father bought, pearls she earned only through blood relation, not loyalty. She kissed my cheek, pretending. I looked at her and felt nothing. Not rage, not heartbreak, emptiness, the kind that frees instead of consumes. When I handed her the paper in the lawyer's office, her face drained. A queen watching her throne turn to dust. Her mother gasped. Her lover stuttered. I stayed still. Emotion is wasted on the defeated. I know everything, I whispered. Not loud. Loudness comforts the guilty. It tells them you still feel. Soft words destroy more deeply. You planned to replace me. I slid the document forward. And yet, I was already holding the kingdom. She trembled. Her mother reached for her hand, desperate, fragile, exposed. The CFO stepped forward. What is this? Your eviction notice, I replied. No shouting, no theatrics, a simple truth delivered like a surgeon's incision. You will resign, I told him, today. He opened his mouth, then closed it. Power doesn't speak, it obeys. And you, I told my wife, keep the house. I don't need it. But you won't step foot near the company again. Her eyes filled, not with sorrow, with fear. She saw her future collapsing inward. Betrayers don't regret hurting you. They regret losing access to you. We walked outside in silence. Autumn wind, dry leaves scraping pavement like bones dragged across stone. She reached for me, a reflex, a habit. I stepped back. Space, final and permanent. Can we talk? She whispered. We did, I said. And you spoke first, the day you chose him. She broke then, quiet, shaking. But tears are just water when trust is already ash. I left her standing in the cold, a woman who gambled and lost her kingdom. People think revenge is loud. They are wrong. Revenge is silence. Revenge is walking away from someone who thought you needed them. I didn't look back. You only look back at things that mattered. And she no longer did.